If you love flowers and you believe in the power of a comeback story, then you need to hear about a festival born from resilience. This isn't just about vibrant petals and sweet fragrances. It's about a city that, when faced with utter devastation, chose to bloom again. This is the story of Panagbenga. Before it was a world-renowned celebration, Panagbenga was a lifeline. On July 16, 1990, a catastrophic earthquake struck Luzon, and Baguio City was at its epicenter. The ground shook violently, buildings crumbled, and vital roads were cut off by landslides. The city, once a bustling mountain sanctuary, was isolated and in ruins. The physical damage was immense, but the emotional toll was just as profound. A shadow of grief and uncertainty fell over the community, and the once thriving tourism industry, the city's lifeblood, flatlined. Baguio needed more than just rebuilding. It needed to heal its spirit. In the mid-1990s, an idea began to take root. A group of visionaries, local government leaders, civic-minded citizens from the John Hay Poro Point Development Corporation, and members of the community came together. They knew the city needed a catalyst, something to reignite hope and jumpstart the economy. They looked around and found their inspiration in the very soil of the Cordilleras. The region's gardeners were already cultivating world-class flowers, and its artists were masters of expressing cultural identity. What if they could combine these strengths? What if they could create an event that celebrated the one thing that always returns after a long, hard winter? The bloom of spring. They sought a name that would capture this spirit of renewal. They found it in the Konkani language, spoken by the indigenous peoples of the region. They called it Panagbenga, a word that beautifully translates to a season of blooming. It was a perfect tribute, honoring both the natural floral abundance and the deep cultural heritage of the Cordilleras. The festival was designed around three core spectacles. First, the Grand Float Parade, where enormous floats, meticulously decorated not with paint but with thousands of fresh, fragrant flowers, would wind through the city streets. Second, the Grand Street Dance Parade, a dazzling display of choreography and color, where performers showcased traditional Cordilleran dances, their movements telling stories of harvest and celebration. And third, landscape and garden exhibits, transforming public spaces into breathtaking showcases of horticultural artistry. The goal was clear: draw tourists back to the city and, more importantly, lift the spirits of its own people. The first official Panagbenga festival was staged in February 1995. It was a modest beginning, but the impact was immediate. It was a declaration to the world and to themselves that Baguio was back. Year after year, the festival grew, evolving from a local initiative into an internationally recognized event. The floats became more elaborate, the crowds grew larger, and the month-long celebration expanded to include a bustling market, craft fairs, and cultural shows. Panagbenga is a vibrant tapestry of Cordilleran culture. The street dances are not just performances, they are living traditions, featuring authentic music played on gongs and bamboo instruments. The flowers themselves, roses, chrysanthemums, and everlasting flowers, are sourced from the surrounding farms of La Trinidad Valley, supporting local agriculture. The craftsmanship is a testament to the region's artistic soul, a revival of community pride, creativity, and color. Decades later, the festival would face another challenge. The global pandemic in 2020 forced a pause, silencing the drums and emptying the streets once more. It was a difficult, somber time. Yet, just as it had done 30 years prior, the spirit of Panagbenga endured. Behind the scenes, the flowers were still being grown, the traditions were kept alive, and the community held on to hope. When the festival returned, it did so with a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude. Today, Panagbenga is more than just a festival. It is the living, breathing symbol of Baguio's heart. It's a testament to the idea that even after the ground has been shaken, even after the longest and quietest of winters, a community can come together, plant seeds of hope, and watch as their city blooms once more, brighter and more beautiful than ever before. This is Glenn's project. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share for others to view as well. And finally, hit that notification button for more videos like this. Stay with me and I will take on the current happenings within our motherland, the Philippines. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos.